Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening. This is Network News for Thursday, October 13, 2022. In the headlines, Grenada's javelin champion Anderson Peters among nominees for the 2022 Men's World Athlete of the Year Award. GCNA daily paid workers dung tools in frustration over unresolved negotiations. The Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation officially opens at the Financial Complex building. In Around the Globe regionally, political science professor says neither the People's Progressive Party Civic nor APNU and AFC should be mounting a commission of inquiry into the 2020 Guyana elections. Internationally, Britain's economic turmoil. Prime Minister Liz Truss rules out public spending cuts. Plus in the sports news, junior table tennis players to participate in regional championships. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
From Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Anderson Peters is the only Caribbean male athlete nominated for the 2022 World Athletics Male Athlete of the Year Award. The athletes were selected by an international panel of athletics experts comprising representatives from all 6 continental areas of world athletics. More in this Renaped Thomas report.
Grenada's javelin champion Anderson Peters is among the athletes shortlisted by the World Athletics for the Male Athlete of the Year Award. The 2-time world champion is the only male representing a Caribbean country to be nominated. Despite his recent troubles off the field, 2022 has been a great year for the 24-year-old. He moved up to 5th on the javelin all-time list after he threw 93.7 meters to set a new North American, Central American and Caribbean Athletic Association record. Anderson's coach, Paul Phillip, says Peters is among 20 male and female athletes nominated for the Athlete of the Year Award.
Those athletes are selected from all the major meets hosted and sanctioned by World Athletics, and includes meets like World Indoor Championships, World Outdoor Championships, Commonwealth Games, the Diamond Leagues.
Coach Phillips said that he is proud and happy to know that Grenada is once again on the nomination list, especially Anderson, who is a field athlete.
It's quite an accomplishment. I feel very proud to be associated with it, with the accomplishment and the recognition given by World Athletics. I think it's a big feat coming from a small country like ours and being in the field events. This is also something that I think the country needs to be very proud of as a Grenadian. Having a young man train right here and to be able to rise up to become world number one in the javelin this year.
Fans can vote by liking or retweeting the individual graphics of each nominee, which accounts for 25% of the points awarded to the winning nominee. World Athletics Council members will select their favorite athlete, which will count for 50%, and the remaining points will be awarded from votes cast by the World Athletics family, which is made up of athletes, coaches, and officials. Paul is encouraging Grenadians and the rest of the Caribbean to vote for Anderson Peters.
I think this is a good opportunity for everyone who is a fan of track and field, who's a fan of Caribbean youth, to join the world in voting for one of our own. Not only Grenadians, but people throughout the region, throughout the Caribbean, should be proud of the accomplishments of this young man and go out and join World Athletics, all the social media pages, and vote for Anderson Peters as to become the World Athlete of the Year.
If Peters win, he will be the first Grenadian to win the award. The male and female athlete of the year will be announced by World Athletics in early December. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The New Life organization NULO is partnering with Chateau de la Mothe to provide trainees with a practical learning experience. Christina John was in hand to capture the students on a tour of the construction site.
20 trainees and 1 instructor from the electrical installation program at the New Life organization NULO visited the construction site of the Chateau de la Mothe, Grenada, CDLMG, Thursday morning. This visit was a study tour organized by Mr. Garfield de la Mothe, owner and managing director of CDLMG, a construction company aimed at providing the trainees with practical exposure to the concepts and theories being taught at the electrical installation class. According to project manager Mrs. Shanta Cox, the study tour is the first in many that will be conducted. She explained that it's the desire of the owner and managing director, Mr. de la Mothe, to do his part by using his project and resources to support the educational ambition of students, noting too that he believes holistic education changes lives, not just the life of the individual, but families and maybe an entire generation.
Issue where everybody runs to TAMCC, and NULO we know is put out some of the best students. So we thought that we partner with them to give them the hands-on as to what they learned in the classroom. Okay, during the other stages of the project, the students would get an opportunity to do their practical, whether it be a month, 2 months, and some of them would be employed during the construction phase of the project. That's part of the whole process. So whatever is taught in NULO, this is an area where the practical component can be provided. We have already spoken to some of the students. We have already given assistance to some of them.
NULO believes this study tour showcases the holistic approach involved in their program delivery and is an excellent opportunity for their trainees to see the various components of a construction project and how it all comes together on site. Students shared their thoughts.
The site itself is an interesting site. I like the concept of what they're going for with the 3 floors and buildings and stuff. My takeaway is that a lot can be done with not too much electricians on the site.
Impacted me a lot because you've seen how electricians have been they've been more impacted in construction, because the first person to be on a construction site is an electrician, and the last person to be on a site is an electrician. Company has impacted Nulo because the founder of the project has came to Nulo, so he giving back to the community, also the people of Springs, helping the community be a better place for young teens and young skilled electricians as us.
Lone female in a male-dominated field, Antonia Bowen says she is even more inspired to pursue studies in that field.
We started doing piping quite recently, so yeah. Would love to further my electrical education.
The CDLMG project involves the construction of a 10-unit, fully furnished, self-contained hotel and tourism facility with rooftop facilities that will cater to short-term visitors to the island and a venue for business and social events. The project is located at Springs, St. George. Christina John, GBN News.
All the news workers of Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association protested in front of their receiving stations in Grenville, Union, Hermitage, Marley and Guelph on Thursday. They are calling for a new collective agreement after 5 years. Rena Ped Thomas tells us more.
Daily paid workers of the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association protested for 1 hour in front of their receiving stations throughout the island on Tuesday to express their discontent with the management of the GCNA. President of the Bank and General Workers Union, Joseph Mitchell, says that as the union representing the workers, they are disappointed with the constant postponement by management of GCNA to negotiate a new collective agreement on behalf of workers.
Currently, this agreement, the last agreement, expired about 5 years ago, right? So just around November 2017. It's normally a 3-year agreement, so you can see here that it's 5 years old. And despite the fact that we have had a pandemic, right, and the union had been very understanding in terms of that period, but around December last year, we sought to recommence negotiation. What happened is that we have had 3 rounds of negotiation: December, April, and July. And between that, we had tremendous difficulty actually getting them to come to the table within those periods.
Mitchell says that while they have made some strides in the 3 sittings they had between December of last year to June this year, it has been difficult to get the managing body of GCNA to continue the negotiations.
In the month of August, they postponed. In the month of September, they postponed. And you may ask why the protest today? Because actually today should have been another round of negotiation. And for some unknown reason, again, they postponed it. Workers are frustrated because, of course, we understand the high cost of living, the cost of electricity, and all these things. And workers are struggling. They are operating still on 2017 salaries. And they are, workers at the lower end of the salary scale. So of course they are very much affected and they are very much dissatisfied with the whole attitude in terms of the consideration that GCNA is giving to them.
The union president said all workers at all nutmeg receiving stations protested as a sign of unity. The workers and union representative is calling on the management of Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association to stop stalling and come to the negotiation table.
We have asked all the stations at this time to come out in solidarity of others, right? So we expect it to be in Grenville, in Hermitage, in Marley, and in Union, and here at Guelph. The issue here is not that the management is saying, look, we cannot afford to do this or we cannot do the other. The issue is that they're just not willing to come to the table. They're finding it important to do everything else rather than coming to the table to discuss the situation of the workers. It tells us where the workers are in terms of their priority list. And this is not really sending a good signal.
GBN sought comment from GCNE General Manager Senator Roderick St. Clair and the Speaker of the House and the Chairman of GCNE, Mr. Leo Cato, on the matter. However, all attempts proved futile. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
While noting the opportunity within the upper house of Parliament to lift the dignity of each colleague senator, President of the Senate, Dr. Decima Williams, highlighted the occasion to build development. Dr. Williams added that their task of working on and managing legislation toward that goal is commencing in a month that records a significant part of Grenada's history.
As we are starting our work now, in the month of October, may I remind us that this is a memorable month, nationally and internationally. On the national front, we will have a week-long recall and commemoration of the national disasters of October 1983. We continue to pray and work for the healing of our people, the building of our institutions, and the sustainable development of our country.
This is Network News. Still ahead from us, government says it is ensuring the people of Carriacou and Peter Martinique benefit from its social security programs. Stay with us.
With your new GUT Credit Union Visa debit card, which gives you access to your cash at any Connex or Visa certified ATMs locally and internationally. Make your payments with a tap of your card using the contactless feature and have the freedom to make purchases locally, online, or overseas whenever you travel, anywhere Visa is accepted. Experience the enhanced security fraud protection through the Visa chip technology. If you don't have your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, speak to any one of our representatives today to do more. Your new GUT Credit Union Visa International Debit Card. A smarter way to access your cash. More smart, more secure.
The National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity will project a new vision for sports in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Consultations with stakeholders are being held to highlight the focal areas of what is contained in the policy. The National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity plays a major role in the transformation agenda of government and will see the formation of a National Sporting Council and parish councils, and will outline the role of the Department of Sports in this new dispensation. You may ask, what's in it for me? The diversity of sports encompasses many sectors: health and wellness, culture, business, and community development, just to name a few. The economic spin-offs are tremendous. The implementation of the national sports policy will impact every home, every community. In fact, the entire nation will get an opportunity to be a part of this sports development thrust on this transformational journey. Stay tuned to find out when a consultation will be coming close to you. Let's get going with the National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity. Get involved.
My name is Mr. Bernard McIntosh. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union early in the 1980s when I was introduced by one of my co-workers. Very early after I would have become a member, my first loan was a very smooth and easy sailing for purchasing of a motor vehicle. As a youth, young, early 20s and so on, every young guy got to have a ride, and that was very easy. On this, it's the 75th year of transforming lives. I want to congratulate the Ariza Credit Union. Definitely, I know my life has been transformed because I would have never achieved most of the things that I have achieved had I been associated with a different financial institution. Hey, Nationals, where are you? Are you with us or are you elsewhere? Listen to me. It's not just a savings with Ariza. It's a prudent investment.
Grenada Electricity Services Limited cordially invites shareholders to attend the 63rd Annual General Meeting on Tuesday, 18th October 2022 at 4:30 p.m. Shareholders can attend virtually on Zoom as well as in person at the Grenada Trade Center Annex. Virtual attendees are required to register and must be verified by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange. To allow adequate time for this process, we encourage shareholders to register early. Visit www.grenlec.com or call Grenlec at 237 for registration details. A reminder that Grenlec's annual general meeting of shareholders will be hosted on Tuesday, 18th October 2022, virtually on Zoom or in person at the Trade Center Annex at 4:30 p.m.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by using energy-saving bulbs? CFLs and LEDs use up to 75% less energy than your traditional bulbs, and they even last 10 to 25 times longer. Over time, consider switching to more energy-efficient CFLs and LEDs, which can help lower your electricity bill. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by using energy-saving bulbs. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The NLA announces its new mid-morning draw, commencing September 30th at 9:45 a.m. Yes, you heard right. Draws for Pick 3, Cash 4, and Playway will now be conducted 3 times daily at 9:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 7:45 p.m., Monday to Friday. The Saturday draws remains twice daily. And that's not all. Simply place your non-winning Cash 4, Pick 3, and Playway tickets valued at least $10 from a single purchase in the NLA branded box at your favorite sales location for chances to win 10 prizes of $1,000 each. Whoa! $10,000 is up for winnings. Compliments the NLA. Be sure to write your name, address, and contact info on your entries before submitting. Promotion runs from September 30th to October 28th and would be drawn on Friday, November 4th, 2022. NLA, making your dreams a reality while supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
101 reasons to shop at Quartz. Unbeatable prices and the best value. Quality brands that you trust. At Quartz you can shop with no cash. Credit is amazing. Pay in 90 days. Quartz makes it easy. 101 reasons to shop at Quartz. We have so much in store, and online we've got 101 reasons to shop at Quartz.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back at Television Center. Today saw the official opening of the newest Ministry of Government. Christina John was present and has this report.
The ceremonial cutting of the ribbon by Honorable Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell marked the official opening of government's newest ministry, the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, MIT. The National Democratic Congress-led administration installed this new ministry following the June 23rd general election. It is headed by a MP for South St. George, Andy Williams, and housed at the Financial Complex, Building Number 6 on the Carnage. It was hinted by Acting Permanent Secretary in the MIT Ministry, Perron Johnson, that Grenada is the first to establish such a ministry in the entire region. Minister Williams described it as the heart of government's transformation agenda.
MIT is new. MIT is a first. MIT have no parents or predecessors. It has nothing to draw from or build on. MIT is the Prime Minister's vehicle to drive the government's transformation agenda of the country. That is what MIT will be. The ministry takes leadership in driving the governance and transparency in the performance of its work through three pillars: mobilization, implementation, transformation.
He further emphasized the work of his ministry.
The vision for the next 5 years is for MIT to be a professional organization that supports effective mobilization of resources and successful whole government implementation of PSIP geared towards national transformation and alleviating poverty. I pledge to everyone, my colleagues, government, Grenada, let us all work together to envision and create a transformed Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique that we can all be proud citizens of. And together, let's get things done.
In highlighting the vision for the next 5 years, Minister Williams indicated that his ministry will work strategically with project-related staff of aligned ministries and other partners to effect its mandate and to ensure government's business is done in the right way. Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, addressing the small gathering, said it requires an all-hands-on-deck approach to realize a true transformation.
And it is not just to get things done. The mandate is to get them done better, faster, and cheaper. So let me repeat. The mandate is to get them done better, faster, and cheaper. Just get them done, we will not transform Grenada. And so the transformation process must lead to an overall improvement in the lives of all our people. And that ultimately is the goal of the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation. And so, while we've established this ministry, transformation will not take place if all of Grenada is not part of the transformation process. And therefore, I want to use this opportunity to continue to encourage all citizens of Grenada, in their own way, to be part of the transformation process that needs to happen.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
Now, a call for more businesses to support culture on the Sister Isles as Carriacou launches its 45th annual Parang Festival. Renaped Thomas reports.
Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Tevin Anju, expressed his disappointment with the lack of support from businesses on the Sister Isle in the planning of the 45th annual Parang Festival. The minister, who was speaking at the launch of the festival, reminds businesses that once the festival grows, the entire community benefits. He is calling on more businesses to come forward and support culture.
When our festival activities grow, Carriacou and Petite Martinique grows. And for Carriacou and Petite Martinique to grow, it means that every business, every individual, all of us must be on board to participate in one way or the other. The business community in particular benefits a lot whenever activities like this are put on. And I'm a bit disappointed that more businesses have not yet come forward. But maybe after the launch, Mr. Modest, more businesses will come on board to make a contribution.
Government has increased its subvention to support the festival as they intend to continue the preservation of the cultural heritage. Minister Andrew says that the increase in funds will go towards the growth and development of the festival for years to come.
We understand the importance of building and preserving our cultural heritage. The Parang is 45 years this year. And with that, we recognize that we have to keep the tradition alive so that it can grow from strength to strength. And we decided that this year, for the first time in Parang's history, that Parang will receive not $25,000 from the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, but $100,000 from the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs.
Chairman of the festival, Angus Modeste, disclosed some of the planned events for this year's festival.
This year, we are extremely proud to say that we have reintroduced the Friday night Hosanna singing competition, in which we have a total of 9 bands registered so far. The Saturday night will see a combination of regional and local artists, such as the soca sensation from Trinidad and Tobago, Lyrical. Also, from Trinidad and Tobago, the reggae phenomena, Isasha, together with the unit band from Grenada, Golden from Caribou, and other local acts. On Sunday, 18th of December, our most look forward night will showcase string band melee competition at its truly best. We have a total of 6 bands registered so far. This year's festival promises to be a very exciting one.
Carriacou Parang Festival 2022 will be held from December 16th to the 18th under the theme Embracing Our Culture Through String and Carols. For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
Minister of State with responsibility for social development and gender affairs, Senator Gloria Thomas, has announced the inclusion of Carriacou and Petit Martinique in government's seed program.
It's Carriacou. Over the years, Carriacou has been left out of the seed program. But the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs has decided to include Carriacou and Petit Martinique at this time so that the residents on the Sister Isle who are in need will get some form of financial support, just as people on the mainland.
She attributed the exorbitant increase in the costs of goods and services to the recent world events such as the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine. She added that seed and government stimulus packages have helped people to cope, but noted that the assistance was not evenly distributed, leaving many people without support. She said it is for this reason that government decided to increase the assistance given to families to help cushion the effects.
And so, Madam President, a total amount of $9.1 million is requested for the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. $8 million to increase SIDS benefits, assist in burial, medical and transportation, and $1.1 million to accommodate payments to SID beneficiaries in Carriacou.
All of this was announced during Tuesday's sitting of the Senate during her contribution and support to the Supplementary Appropriation Act. The inclement weather posed some challenges for one school in St. Andrew. Many took to social media to share their concerns and offer suggestions. This is what's creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users.
Students of the St. Andrew Anglican Primary School returned home before noon on Wednesday due to heavy rain, which caused severe flooding on the school compound.
It's empty classes at the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School this morning, as all of the students had to return home due to flooding at both entrances of the school. GBN was told because of this, students entered the classroom with wet socks, shoes, and uniforms.
Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this situation. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Craig K. Paul said, "This area, Progress Park, is notorious for flooding because of improper drainage. Relocating the school from a flood-prone area to another flood-prone area have not made much of a difference. Environmental impact of heavy rainfall in Progress Park was unconsidered. Cadella Henry Victor says, I'm happy the students were allowed to return home. We can do better with our infrastructural developments. Pearl Mayhew said, we certainly never had the school flooded over 60 years ago. Yes, there were flooding in Grenville, and I remember pools of water in the playground, schoolyard, but never this. Let's not close our eyes to climate change, my fellow Grenadians. And Valma Courtney says, flooding takes place all over the world. Hundreds of people die. We lucky in Grenada, we only complain too much. And finally, Lorena Waldron says a better footpath should be constructed. As far as I see, the main entrance should be higher up. This area, as we all know, is prone to flooding, so the necessary access should be taken into consideration.
That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
We're going to take a break, but still to come from us, Grenada joins the rest of the world in celebrating World Standards Day. We'll talk about that.
The National Insurance Scheme continues to make it easy to access our services using the MyNIS online platform. Now we're introducing a new feature that allows you to submit your benefit claims from the convenience of your smart devices. No paper, no hassle. All you have to do is log in to my.nisgrenada.org. Select claims, fill out the relevant information, and click submit. We'll take it from there. It's that simple and that easy. Submit a claim from the comfort of your home as you rest and recuperate. Enjoy the convenience of faster claim processing and monitor the status of your claim every step of the way. We are excited to introduce this new feature to better serve you. NIS is changing the game and the way you make your claim. Access anywhere and anytime with MyNIS Online.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
MegaFest 2022 Gospel Explosion is finally here. Join the youth of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists under the green and white tent at Progress Park in St. Andrews from Sunday, October 9th to the 29th at 7 p.m. and continuing nightly for an electrifying evangelistic experience like no other. Come hear the ever-exhilarating Pastor Oliver Scott shatter the kingdom of darkness with thundering messages from the Word of God. If you ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Come find hope in the midst of your pain. See you there.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200 and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500 and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100 and 200 watt solar floodlights, 3, 7 and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion sensor garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60 and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
The most anticipated event to end 2022 is here. The 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout Football Championship starts on Saturday, 15th October at the Victoria Park, Grenville. It's 2 big opening games. From 7 p.m. Game 1, 5 Stars St. Andrew versus St. David's United. 9 p.m. Game 2, Moncton Sports Club versus Sunsetter Sports Club. Then after the games, we head stateside for the young and upcoming trending Jamaican artists. 450. 450. Alongside Vanessa Bling.
Give me good loving, yeah.
The Octane Band and top local artists Letneck, Mr. Wacky, and Brighter Store. Admission only $40. For all this action, the 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game.
This is Network News. International, regional, and national standards organizations will celebrate World Standards Day on Friday. Renapet Thomas reports.
Grenada joins the rest of the world in celebrating World Standards Day to thank and pay tribute to all Grenadians involved in standards development. In Grenada, there are more than 100 volunteers from the government, private sector, and customer organization who collectively serve on international, regional, and national technical committees to develop standards. Minister for Trade and Export Development, Joseph Andel, says that World Standard will be celebrated under the theme, Our Shared Vision for a Better World.
Standards development is a time-consuming and consensus-building effort. Therefore, it is fitting to pay tribute to the many standards volunteers worldwide who give of their time and technical expertise freely. Standards are one of the main pillars of any quality infrastructure system that drive trade and economic development. Standards volunteers are a critical link to the nation-building process. The Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, which project to address social imbalances, develop a sustainable economy, and slow the rate of climate change, are highly ambitious. To reach them will require the cooperation of many public and private partners and the use of all available tools, including international standards and conformity assessment.
The minister says that the intense battle against a precedented global pandemic revealed the necessity of addressing the Sustainable Development Goal in an inclusive way to strengthen our society, making them more resilient and equitable. He is asking Grenadians to join the mission that affirms the importance of the Sustainable Development Goal to build back better.
Today, we are asking you to join us on a mission that affirms the importance of the SDGs to build back better. In this pursuit, standards are more relevant than ever. The entire standard system is built on collaboration. It is testament to the power of cooperation and the belief that we are stronger than the sum of our parts. By working together, we are empowering people with real-world solutions to face sustainability challenges head-on.
Minister Anders says his ministry will be engaging in a multi-year World Standards Day journey that showcases the many ways in which international standards contribute to the success of the Sustainable Development Goal. He further stated that they stand united to work together to accelerate the 2030 agenda with standards for the Sustainable Development Goal with the shared vision for a better world. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISO lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISO features one of 20 accidents recorded last weekend. Our ISO reporter said the accident occurred Sunday night at 8:30 at Old Wester Hall Road. It was said that 3 persons were inside the car and were subsequently hospitalized. We thank our ISA reporter for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
We take a break. Up next, the weather, followed by the sports news and around the globe.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The NLA announces its new mid-morning draw, commencing September 30th at 9:45 a.m. Yes, you heard right. Draws for Pick 3, Cash 4, and Playway will now be conducted 3 times daily at 9:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 7:45 p.m., Monday to Friday. The Saturday draws remains twice daily. And that's not all. Simply place your non-winning Cash 4, Pick 3, and Playway tickets valued at least $10 points from a single purchase in the NLA branded box at your favorite sales location. 4 chances to win 10 prizes of $1,000 each. Whoa! $10,000 is up for winnings. Compliments the NLA. Be sure to write your name, address, and contact info on your entries before submitting. Promotion runs from September 30th to October 28th and would be drawn on Friday, November 4th, 2022. NLA, making your dreams a reality while supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated shower. Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Wind east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Sea slight to moderate, wave 2 to 4 feet in open water. Tides low at 1 a.m., high at 7:15 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 5:57. The weather on Friday, October 14, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated shower. On Saturday, October 15, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief showers, mainly overnight. And on Sunday, October 16, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated shower. That's the weather. Good evening, sporting fans. Grenada's world champion in javelin, Anderson Peters, is among this year's list of 10 male athletes nominated for the 2022 World Athletes of the Year ahead of the World Athletics Awards 2022. Here's what we can tell you. This week marks the opening of the voting process for the 2022 World Athletes of the Year ahead of the World Athletics Awards 2022. The World Athletics Council and the World Athletics family will cast their votes by email, while fans can vote online via the World Athletics social media platforms. Individual graphics for each nominee will be posted on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube this week. A like on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or a retweet on Twitter will count as one vote. Voting for the World Athletes of the Year closes at midnight on Monday, October 31. The story, Grenada's top under-13 and under-11 table tennis players will be competing in the Caribbean Table Tennis Championships in Guyana from October 14 to 19. The 5-day competition features boys and girls team championships, boys and girls open singles, doubles and mixed doubles. The Grenada Table Tennis Association has selected a 4-member team for the tournament. Janique Mark, Shondell Straker, Nikwan Sam Lewis, all students of St. Rose Modern Secondary School, and Zidane Gibbs, a student of Happy Hill Secondary School. We can tell you too, the 4 players come from the Guav Table Tennis Academy, coordinated by the Ministry of Sports coach Rosemary Newland, who is the coach of the national youth team. Grenada will play St. Lucia on Sunday afternoon in their opening round of matches in the America's World Cup Netball Qualifiers. The tournament will take place in Jamaica from October 16 to 22. Participating countries include Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, and the U.S. Grenada must finish in the top 3 spots in order to qualify for the World Cup in Africa next year. Veteran player Shakira Colomo is team captain. Also making the cut are Carleen Alexander, Letitia Cato, Selena Brown, and Jamie John. The team is coached by Altia McCollin.
But the girls believe in themselves. They have a lot of tools in their toolkit that they're excited to go out there and showcase, and they are confident that they will compete and come out successful. They have a chance to, all right? So they are confident that they will be one of the teams, the 2 teams, qualifying for the next World Cup.
Finally, in the sports news, 22 teams will participate in this year's National Secondary Schools Football Tournament. The competition is back after a 2-year break with $28,000 in prizes up for grabs. Matches will be played island-wide. Jake Rennie, senior football coach at the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture, gives an overview of the tournament.
It begins on the 17th, that's Monday coming. We have 22 teams registered, and we like to say I'm very happy that this is the first time we have this amount of team in the tournament, so which means we have an increase. We have St. George's Institute who just joined in, and I want to say I'm happy because they're participating with 3 teams. Senior boys, junior boys, and a girls team. And also to add to the mix, we have Grenada SDA comprehensive with a girls team, so that's a plus. So I want to say I'm very happy that we have an increase in the participation of the National Secondary School Football Tournament.
That's the sports news for now. We begin in Guyana. Political science professor Dr. David Hines believes that neither the governing People's Progressive Party Civic nor the APNU and AFC coalition should be mounting any commission of inquiry into the 2020 general and regional elections. He believes that if the inquiry is made by one party that contested the elections, the findings would not be impartial. The rest of the details in this report.
Last month, President David Ali swore in commissioners who will lead an inquiry into the events of the 2020 regional and general elections. However, political science professor Dr. David Hines believes that no party that contested those elections should be making an inquiry independently. Speaking on Politics 101, Dr. Hines argued that such a move would not produce a fair finding.
The PPP is a contestant. Such an inquiry should not be done by the government. And the government is a government of one party that was part of the election. You're asking a contestant or the contestant, one contestant, a statement upon itself.
Dr. Hines maintained that any investigation surrounding the 2020 elections should come from the Guyana Elections Commission, GCOM. But GCOM has rejected this option, claiming it is outside the Commission's mandate to do so.
The Jamaica Broadcasting Commission on October 11 issued a directive requiring all broadcasters to halt the transmission of any recorded material which glorifies illegal activity. This headline reignited the contentious debate about the content being distributed on St. Lucia's airwaves. Chelsea Ostney sat exclusively with the Minister for Information in St. Lucia and has this report.
A broadcasting regulation enforced in Jamaica has rekindled the debate of the effect of music on impressionable minds. The October 11th media release from the Jamaica Broadcasting Commission called on broadcasters to, quote, take the immediate steps to prevent the transmission of any recorded material that promotes and or glorifies illegal activity. Such material would include the indirect promotion of scamming, illegal drugs, illegal or harmful use of guns and other offensive weapons, jungle justice, and abuse of drugs. Here in St. Lucia, Information Minister Ernest Hilaire recognizes the need for a regulatory board as it pertains to the content allowed on the nation's airwaves. Hilaire noted that numerous countries around the globe are becoming more mindful of what information is being disseminated.
Various countries are becoming very, concerned about allowing the free content, and there are efforts now to regulate the content.
A musician as well as officer in charge at the Eastern Caribbean Collective Organization for Music Rights, ECHO, Keen Mecca Carter, says while he understands the parameters in and around broadcasting regulations, he says it can also serve as a hindrance to creators.
Further afield, Britain's economy looks set to go into recession as data show it shrank by 0.3% in August. The news came as Prime Minister Liz Truss faced fierce criticism in Parliament over her controversial fiscal plan, which shook financial markets there. We get more from Al Jazeera.
This was Liz Truss's first Prime Minister's question since her government outlined its tax-cutting mini-budget on the 23rd of September. That sent the pound tumbling and the UK economy into a tailspin. On Wednesday, the leader of the opposition painted a bleak picture.
The Tories went on a borrowing spree, sending mortgage rates through the roof. They are skyrocketing by £500 a month. And for nearly 2 million homeowners, their fixed-rate deals are coming to an end next year. They're worried sick, and everybody in this house knows it. They won't forgive. They won't forget, and nor should they.
Starmer asked Truss if she'd commit to promises she made when challenging for the Conservative Party leadership not to cut public spending.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What we are... Look, Mr. Speaker, what we will make sure is that over the medium term, the debt is falling. But we will do that not by cutting public spending, but by making sure we spend public money well.
All right, we'll be back to remind you of the headlines. reminder of the headlines. Grenada's javelin champion Anderson Peters among nominees for the 2022 Men's World Athlete of the Year Award. The Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association daily paid workers dung tools in frustration over unresolved negotiations. The Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation officially opens at the Financial Complex building on the Carenage. Around the globe regionally, political science professor says neither PPPC nor APNU and AFC should be mounting a commission of inquiry into the 2020 Guyana elections. Internationally, Britain's economic turmoil. Prime Minister Liz Truss rules public spending cuts. Plus in the sports news, junior table tennis players to participate in regional championships. We wish them the very best. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, our GBN television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste in the Grenadian capital. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Hubbard's is adapting to the times.